This is a sad story. I don't want to rake LFO over the coals, but simultaneously, I think you need to try some different Chinese food, brother. But I too think it's fly when girls stop by for the summer. Whatever the heck that means. I mean, I guess I did live in a touristy town. People stop by for the summer, but usually, like, it was a touristy town, but only if you're over the age of 60. Otherwise, all the students would, like, you know, I don't want to stay here over the summer. I'm going to go back to Toronto. Okay. See you in September. I'll be here eating some sickening Chinese food. You know what? At the end of the day, they were right, though. New Kids on the Block did have a bunch of hits. Can I name two of them? You know, they were a little bit before my time. Thank you very much. I do know there's a big one. It goes, step by step, ooh, girl, wanna get with you, girl. I know that one. Does that answer your friggin' question? You try to police my enjoyment of New Kids on the Block? There's gotta be, dude. Hang Tough, is that one? New Kids on the Block songs. Hangin' Tough. Yeah, I know that. Anyway, where was I going with this? It doesn't friggin' matter, okay? You know what's funny is that the New Kids on the Block had a bunch of hits, and boy, do I have an anecdote about Chinese food that's gonna really get your gut churning. But no, when you're a kid, like I was like 6 when New Kids on the Block were at the peak of their popularity, and they're like, you know, Donnie's the tough guy, and you're like, whoa, I wouldn't mess with that guy. He's wearing a leather jacket and has like a slightly noticeable bicep. Nowadays, whenever I see a boy band, and this is just a consequence of getting older for everybody. It's not like, oh, I'm such an, you know, old, strong man. But whenever they're like, you know, this is G-Dragon. He's the bad boy. I'm like, what do you mean he's the bad boy? He's 11 years old. It's not fair. I shouldn't have used G-Dragon, because he's not the bad boy of that group. As a K-pop joke. I don't know if that's gonna resonate too well. Anyway, the point is, he's an adult. He's probably like 27 or something like that. But, you know, sometimes these boy bands come out, you know, like One Direction when they first started. And they're like, you know, watch out for this guy. He's the bad boy. He's the one that, you know, he pushes the camera out of his face when they invade his personal space. And you're like, that's not the bad boy. That's a child with an attitude. I'm not saying, like, wow, anybody who listens to this is dumb. I'm just like, why are you being weird about it, dude? What do you mean he's the bad boy? This is a 16-year-old child singing a song that went to #1 in 12 different countries. How bad could he be? You know, there's kids in juvie. They're bad boys. You know, they'll steal your car or something like that. This guy, he's just kind of like a little surly, but also is the corporate branded image of like a, kind of like a punk teenager. I don't respect authority, but also I do sing the high part on, you don't know you're beautiful. No bad boy is singing that, you know? Like there's a bad boy is, like Kevin and AJ were kind of like the bad boys of the Backstreet Boys. Wow, you never know what Kevin and AJ are gonna do, dude. Look, they got their ears pierced. They're loose cannons. Well, you know what they do? 4 nights a week, they're in major North American cities going, you are, you are, you are, you are. And then he sings the, don't wanna hear it. Actually, that might be Brian. I don't know who sings that part. Anyway. There can't be a bad boy in a boy band. Prove it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Go get a felony charge. This is one of those times I'm happy I have no influence. The YouTuber told me to get a... Only do it if you're famous, then you'll get off, is what I'm trying to say. If you're just a regular person, it's not gonna go well for you. You have to be in a boy band. You have to know Justin Timberlake, okay? But then if that happens, who knows? A couple of celebrities have, like, run people over in their cars. Matthew Broderick, dude. Gotten away with it. I don't know, gotten away with it is kind of a strong word. Because you never know. Like, I know that I've always heard, whenever Matthew Broderick gets brought up, especially on the internet, there's always somebody who's like, yeah, but he did kill that dude in his car. But then, like, I don't know. I could kill somebody in my car tomorrow. I haven't read the details of the case. I don't know, maybe he was, like, trashed, right? Which is obviously extremely bad. But, hold on. Will that door stay open? I don't even think I want void, but I was just keeping my options open. But, like, you know, no matter how well you drive, there is always the possibility for an accident. That's why they're called accidents. You know, I would love to tell you, especially if you're of the age where you're, like, learning to drive, but I ain't got wings. That, like, you know, if you drive perfectly and you always have 100% awareness, there's no chance that anything will ever go wrong. It's not really the case, unfortunately. I mean, you definitely, like, minimize your chances, for sure. You know, that's why you don't do dumb stuff like text and drive. That's a big one. And, you know, even the more obvious ones. That's why you don't, like, drink and drive. But, like, you could be the best driver in the world, and you could just be driving down, like, an Irish country road late at night. Some dude wearing all black fell asleep on the curb, and, you know, all of a sudden, there you go, you know. You could just be the best driver in the world. Somebody could just turn into you. I don't mean like Mark Ruffalo turns into the Incredible Hulk. I mean, like, they just might not be looking and, like, skirt. It's like self-driving cars can't come soon enough. But I always think, like, you know, if Matthew Broderick used his fame as leverage to get out of taking responsibility for killing a dude with his car, that sucks. But it also